Hello everyone, today we have an easy morning series and we're going to take it easy and just take a couple of deep breaths to start. And then we're going to warm up our necks first. So with one breath in, nod your head forward. We're going to rotate our heads counterclockwise first. So with one breath in, bring your head to your left side. So left ear to your left shoulder. And then when you breathe out, bring your head back, chin to the sky. And breathe in, head to your right side, right ear to your right shoulder. And breathe out, bring your head forward again. And then we'll reverse the order. So one breath in, head to the right side, breathe out, bring your chin to the sky, and breathe in, left ear to your left shoulder, and breathe out, head forward again. And then we're going to speed up, so just rotate your head clockwise, and then stop when your head is forward, and then rotate the other direction, so counterclockwise. And then when you're ready, bring your head up into a neutral seated position. And then time for our spines. So bring your left leg up. Try to bring your left foot to your right thigh or close to your right hip to be in a half lotus pose. And then we're going to rotate our upper bodies to the right side. So try to twist through your right shoulder. And then try to bring your gaze to the back as much as possible. And keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose to deepen into this spinal twist. And then when you breathe in, come back to neutral and switch your legs. Bring your right leg up and try to bring your right foot to be on your left thigh, maybe close to your left hip to be in a half lotus pose. And then twist your upper body to the left side this time and try to really twist through your left shoulder and bring your gaze as much to the back as possible to really deepen into this spinal twist. And then breathe in and out deeply through your nose to deepen into this spinal twist. And then when you're ready, breathe in and come back to a neutral seated position. And then you're going to open your legs into a straddle pose. This is really helpful for opening up your hips and stretching your hamstrings. So you can walk your hands forward and bring your forearms onto the ground to really deepen into the stretch. And then we're going to single out the stretch on each side. So walk your hands to your right leg first. Keep your feet flexed to really get into that hamstring stretch. And try to bring your upper body, especially your chest, to be close to your right leg to really stretch out. And then you can walk through the center to get to your left side. So bring your hands to your left leg. Flex your feet so that you can really benefit from the hamstring stretch. If you're feeling too much sensation in your legs, then you can keep your legs bent so that you're not stretching too intensely. Otherwise, try to keep your legs as straight as possible to really get into the hamstring stretch. And to come out, you can walk your hands to the center again. Maybe through your forearms, you can prop yourself back up into a seated position. And then we're going to stretch out our side body. So first your right side, reach your left arm up and try to reach for your right toes. All right, and then you're going to feel a stretch on your left side body. And you're going to try to bring your gaze to be towards the sky. So in front of your left arm, okay? And then to come out, you just pop yourself back up, and then we're gonna do it on the other side. So reach your right hand up this time and reach for your left toes. Try to bring your gaze towards the sky again to really deepen into the stretch on your right side body. And to come out, you're gonna pop yourself back up again and support yourself on your forearms, maybe to come back into the straddle pose. And then maybe with the help of your hands, you can close your legs and bring them into a butterfly pose. So the palms of your feet are touching each other and then your knees are on your sides to really open up your hips. We're also gonna get into some forward fold sensations to deepen into the hip opening stretch. Okay, so as I'm doing right here, every time when you breathe in, lengthen through the crown of your head, and when you breathe out, try to lean forward even if it's just a tiny bit. All right, and then we're gonna go hold here for several breaths. So just breathe in and out deeply through your nose to breathe into your hips. And then when you breathe in, you're gonna come back into a seated position and gracefully transition into a tabletop so that we can warm up our spines. And from a tabletop, we're gonna get into some cat and cows. So really bring some flexibility and mobility into your spine. So when you breathe in, arch your back, bring your gaze up. And when you breathe out, round your back, bring your gaze towards the ground. And just breathe in and out deeply through your nose. And just let your breath guide you through the arching and the rounding of your spine. So keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose. And just really get into this very gentle and very easy spine massage. So breathing in and out, keep doing your rounding and your arching until you feel like you are fully warmed up in your spine. And then we're gonna get into stretching our shoulders. So walk your hands forward until you can bring your forehead onto the ground. And then we'll settle into this puppy pose, which is a great stretch for your shoulders. So just breathe in and out deeply through your nose to deepen into this shoulder stretch. And this is a good preparation for our next movement, which is thread the needles. Okay, so stay in this puppy pose. Every time when you breathe in, lengthen through your spine. And when you breathe out, try to deepen into your shoulders a little bit more to really relax and stretch out your shoulders. And then you are fully prepared and warmed up for our thread the needles. So walk your hands back a little bit into a tabletop. And then open your right arm first and thread your right arm through this little arch between your left arm and your thighs to land on your right shoulder. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So open your right arm this time and thread it in between your right arm and your thighs. And just walk your right hand out a little bit to really deepen into this shoulder stretch. Okay. And then to come out, come back into a tabletop position. And then we're going to do a transition into a pigeon by kneeling. So see that I lift my right leg up, and then I position my right shin to be parallel to the short edge of my mat. And this is going to allow me to really deepen into my right hip and open up my right hip. And if you can't, and if you want to deepen your stretch, you can walk your upper body down a little bit, for example, on your forearms, like what I'm doing right here. And then to come out, you can prop yourself back up to your hands. And then we're going to go through a plank and a chaturanga, so a halfway push-up into an upward facing dog. And then transition through a plank pose again. You're going to lift your left leg up to come into a pigeon pose on your left side this time. So bring your left shin to be parallel to the short edge of your mat and keep your hips even. And if you want to deepen, you can come down onto your forearms like what I'm doing here to deepen into your hip stretch. So keep breathing in and out deeply. To come out, just come back onto your hands again. And then prop yourself back up into a plank pose. Let's go through a chaturanga again. So halfway push up into an upward facing dog. And then we're going to hold for a little bit in our last upward facing dog for the practice. And then when you're ready, we're directly gonna come back into a child's pose. So wide-legged child's pose, bring your knees to be as wide as your mats. Your toes are touching and you're sitting on your heels. Your forehead is securely resting on the ground and your arms are extended and your palms are touching the ground. And you're just gonna breathe in and out deeply until you feel ready to bring some movements to your body again. You can come into easy pose here. But thank you so much for joining me, and that was it for our practice. I'll see you next time on the mat. Bye.